Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this week's video.
1, 2, 3, funky.
This is the first time I'm filming in 2021. Let's go. Today I'm filming a 2020 favorites. It's a bit late. I know I was supposed to do this earlier, but we move. I'm doing it now. I'm going to talk about my favorite music, books, TV shows, apps, clothing and accessories, food, YouTubers, and travel in 2020. And hopefully I'll give you some good recommendations for this year. So we're going to start off by music. Of course, I have to mention 5sauce's new album that came out in 2020, Calm, and then Sean's new album, Wonder. Both of these are so good. I love them so much and I listened to them so much in 2020. Although Wonder did come out at the end of the year, but I still listen to it a lot and I still do listen to it. I also listened to Calm a lot when it came out in March. It was during lockdown, so I pretty much listened to it every day. And these albums are so good. My favorite songs on Calm are Not in the Same Way and Thin White Lies. I really like both of these, but I like all of them honestly. And then in Wonder, I love 305 and Teach Me How to Love. Those two songs were so good. They're so good. Moving on, we have Parcels. This is a band I discovered not too long ago in Lancaster. And any songs by Parcels is pretty good. I don't really have a favorite because I'm pretty new to listening to them, but their vibe is really chill and it's great for like when you're chilling with friends and stuff, or just chilling by yourself given the pandemic. And then we have Sticky Fingers. Love their songs. I mostly listen to How to Fly. I'm gonna listen to more of their songs this year, but I listened to How to Fly a lot last year, especially towards the end. I tried to find other songs that I listen to a lot, but I just listen to a lot of my playlists. So I'll have my Spotify link down below if you're interested in checking out what I'm listening to. I recently redid all my playlist covers and renamed them and just organized them. So my Spotify is looking peng, so you should definitely go check it out. But I put Hot Girl Bummer. This is a song by Black Bear that I listened to a lot in 2020. I really like it. It's great to just vibe to and sing to as well if you know the lyrics. And then Sour Patch Kids by Bryce Vine. I have this playlist called Main Character Vibes and I just listen to it a lot and I really like it, and this is one of the songs that's in it. Moving on to books. This year, I managed to read 20 books in 2020, which is insane because my goal was 12 books, 1 book per month. But in the end, I ended up reading 20, although some of them were comic books and poetry books, but you know, I surpassed my goal, so who cares? So in fictions, my favorite one was The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. My sister read this and she told me to read it. So I read it this summer and it's so good. There's a plot twist at the end and it's so good. I'm just gonna give you a really quick summary of the book so I don't spoil it too much. But it's just about murder, basically. That's about it. It's just about 2 characters and murders. I don't want to say too much, so you should go check it out because it's such a great book. And I feel like it's not a book that's really talked about. I had never heard about it before until my sister told me about it, so yeah. Next one is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McKinston. This one's pretty popular, so that's why I read it. But I gave it a go and it's really good. It's a love story between the first son of the President of the United States and the Prince of England. I really enjoyed that. I am a sucker for romance fictions and this one it was so good. And then we have Beach Read by Emily Henry. This one was also pretty popular. That's why I read it. And honestly, I get why it was popular because it was so good. It's about this author who writes romance books and her dad just died and she discovers all these new things about her dad that she didn't know. And so she ends up at a house by the lake that her dad owned that she had no idea about. And she's trying to write her next book, but she really doesn't have a lot of inspiration. And then her neighbor turns out to be one of her college rivals. And they set up a challenge for each other and it's a love story and it's really cute and I really enjoyed that. Then we have The Flat Chair by Beth O'Leary. This one is also a romance fiction. Can you see a pattern here? So it's about this guy who's a nurse who works during the night and sleeps during the day, and he needs extra money, so he decides to rent this flat to this woman and basically share his bed. So she sleeps in it during the night and then leaves to work during the day, and then he sleeps in it during the day and then works at night, so they never really see each other. But then they start conversing by placing sticky notes everywhere in the apartment, and then eventually they fall in love. It's pretty predictable, but it's really sweet and I really enjoyed reading that. Then in non-fictions, we have You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. The year before I had read You Are a Badass and I really liked it. So I thought I would give this one a try, and I also really enjoyed it. She just makes you feel so good about yourself, and I really like it. Then we have The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. I swear this book is so good. Like, it is one of the best self-help books I have ever read. The advice that he gives in it is so on point, and he actually gives you real advice. It's not one of those books where they're like trying to give you advice but then telling you a lot of fluff around it and taking ages to give you the advice. This one is straight to the point and it has good examples and it's really good. Like, if there's one book you should read this year, it's this one. Next, we have 101 Essays That Will Change Your Life. I finished this last night. This book is honestly so good as well. Like, oof, I really like this one because it just reminded me of so many things that I had forgotten about, and it just makes you realize a lot of stuff. Specifically, 101 essays. They talk about heartbreak, but they also talk about living in the now and the future and like your relationships with other people and meditation and stuff, and it's really eye-opening. So I definitely recommend this one. Next category, we have TV shows. I've got a long list of TV shows because I've watched a lot of them this year. First one is Modern Family. I started rewatching Modern Family this year. It's such a great show. It's so funny and it's just a really great show to watch while eating. I just watch it when I'm eating. Whenever I'm eating, having lunch, breakfast, dinner by myself, I just watch Modern Family. And with my flatmates in Lancaster this term, we were watching Modern Family a lot as well together. It's so great because the episodes are so short, so you don't really have to commit to watching it for a long time and you can pause anytime and restart. So it's a really great show if you don't really have a lot of time and want to watch something light and funny that makes you feel good. Then we have The Queen's Gambit. If you haven't seen this one, what are you doing with your life? Because it is so good and I feel like it's so popular that everybody's seen it at this point. I watched the first episode and I was hooked. And then I just binge watched the whole thing in like a day and it's so good. So good. Made me want to learn chess, but am I gonna do it? Probably not. Then we have The Umbrella Academy Season 2. I watched Season 1 like a while ago and then Season 2 came out in 2020. I just remember being shook by it. It was a long time ago that I've seen it, but I just remember it being really good. So if you haven't watched The Umbrella Academy, definitely give it a try. It's not your typical TV show and I really enjoyed it. Then we have Community. A few years ago, one of my friends, she had recommended it, but it wasn't on Netflix. So I was streaming it on some website, but I only watched the first episode and I thought it was so weird. So I didn't keep watching. And then it came out on Netflix and my friend was like, oh my god, Community is on Netflix. And he had seen it before and he was like, this is so good, like you have to see it. So we watched it together. Honestly, it's a bit weird sometimes, but overall, it's a pretty good show. Like, I enjoyed it. It's a pretty funny show. It's a good show. It is funny. It's just like lighthearted, funny, but it's not for everyone, I think. Then we have You. Season 2 came out in 2020. That season was so good. It was even better than the first one. I rewatched the whole first and second season with my flatmate because You is so good. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. It's just mind-blowing. Like, I did not see anything coming at the end and it's just so good. It blows your mind. And season 3 is coming in 2021 and I'm super excited for that because I have high expectations for that. I also watched BoJack Horseman and that was really good. I feel like the humor in it is not for everyone. Most of the time it's dark humor. I don't really watch animated shows, but I thought I would just give this one a try because Best Dress recommended it, and I was like, if she likes it, maybe I'll like it. So I watched it and I really liked it, so I recommend it. I also watched Atypical. So I watched Atypical because my friend recommended it and my sister as well. So I was like, okay, I'll try it, and then I watched it and it was really cute. I felt so proud of Sam, I think that's his name, whenever he was doing something challenging for him. It's about autism, by the way, if you don't know what it's about. It's about the main protagonist having autism and just his life with that. It was just a really good show and it made me feel good, I guess. Then we have The Politician. Season 2 came out in 2020. So many new seasons came out in 2020. The Politician is really good. I really like it. I feel like it's a bit underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it. It's about this guy in high school who wants to become a politician. In season 1, he runs for class president because he feels like he needs to be class president if he wants to go to Harvard and then through that become president. Like his main goal in life is to become president of the United States. So it's all about that. I think in season 2 he runs for Senate in New York City and he's against this woman who's been senator for 40 years or something. I'm not sure, I don't remember everything, but yeah, it's about that race. And then yeah, I really liked it. Next show I watched was That 70s Show. I really like sitcoms and That 70s Show is just really, really good. I really recommend it if you're looking for something fun and short that you can just watch whenever you want. And then the last one is Anne with an E. This one is so underrated, but it's so good. Like, oh, it's so good. Like, you should definitely watch it. It's really, really good. It's about this orphan who gets adopted by a brother and her sister who are kind of old, and they live in Canada somewhere, I don't remember where. I talk about more shows and some of these more in detail in my TV show recommendations video that I did during quarantine, so if you're interested, just go check it out right here. Moving on to the next category, we have apps. So the first app I want to talk about is Notion. I am obsessed with Notion. I discovered it this year through NJ Jade's video on YouTube, and ever since I've been using it every single day. I do not know what I would do without this app because I've become dependent on it. Notion is just a productivity app that's great for anything you want. I use it for putting my weekly task, my uni task as well, to plan my YouTube videos, to plan my goals in life. I just use this app so much and it's so great and it's so versatile. Like, you can do so many things on it and it's so great. Notion works on your computer and your phone as well, so I'm using it on my phone right now to read what I wrote for this video. I will do a Notion tour and guide later this month, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. And subscribe if you want to see it and not miss it. Then we have Nitchy. This is an app for your phone to make Instagram stories. You can make really cool Instagram stories with it. I've used it tons of times this year to make my stories for my Instagram, and it's a great app, honestly. They have templates that you can use or you can customize them and it's really good. Next we have Depop and Vinted. I use these two so much over the last few months just to buy any clothes because I'm trying to buy less from fast fashion brands, so buying secondhand is the best option for me. And so I was just constantly on Depop and Vinted to like try to find clothes that I wanted. And the best way I think to shop on these apps is to know specifically what you want. Let's say you see an item of clothing on someone's Instagram and you really want it as well. You find the brand or you find the type and then you just go on Depop or Vinted and then type. For example, I really want this House of Sunny zebra jumper. It's a sustainable brand, but I don't want to buy it firsthand because it's so expensive. So I've been trying to find it secondhand. So I went on Depop and just typed House of Sunny zebra jumper. I found one on Vinted, but I haven't bought it yet because I'm in France and I can only ship it to the UK. I'm waiting to see if I should buy it or not. This is what I do to find the clothes that I want. Next app is TrainPal. This is so useful, especially if you're a student in the UK. So this app is great because they have a feature where you can split tickets, and basically you put in your departure destination and then your arrival destination, and then they will find the cheapest price for you. And to do that, they will try to find different tickets that they can buy so that it can be cheaper. So for example, my friends and I, we went from Lancaster to London, and usually that costs around £90 or something, like at least £50. If you're lucky, £40, but it's always so expensive. And we use the TrainPal app and we only paid £15. How crazy is that? Like, we were so shook and we're so happy about it. But yeah, it's such a great app, especially if you're looking to make savings and you take the train a lot in England. And then we have Prequel. This app is great for editing. This is a great app to add shine to photos, and like they have different filters and they look really cool. I really like some of the effects, so it's a great editing app. Then we have Splitwise. I use this in Australia and this summer when I was traveling with my friends. It's just a great app for when you're traveling with other people and you want to make sure that you're splitting the costs equally, and then every time you pay for something you just put it in the app, who paid for what, how much, who needs to pay them back, etc. And then the app will just calculate who owes what to who. It's just such a great app. You don't have to think about anything. All you have to do is just type stuff in and that's it. Then the app does the rest. It's great. Last app I discovered in 2020 was Widgetsmith. This is what I use to make my widgets with different photos so I could make my home screen aesthetic. Next category is clothing and accessories. The first item that I wore so much in 2020 was my Birkenstocks. I bought them in January and I wore them from that moment until the end of summer. I wore them almost every day in Australia. I wore them so much because they were so comfortable and I think they look really cute. That's something I wore a lot in 2020. Then we have sweater vests. I have a few now and I'm obsessed with them. They're so cute and you can just wear them by themselves or just put a t-shirt or a turtleneck under them. They're so versatile. I just love them. And then we have a puffer vest jacket. I have my North Face one that I really love because it keeps me so warm and it's really trendy at the minute, so that's good. And then this puffer vest that I bought at Zara in London, I absolutely love, but I haven't been able to wear it right now because it's so cold, but once it gets warmer, I'll be able to wear it. I absolutely love it. Then we have my zebra pants. I freaking love them. They're one of my favorite pair of pants. I'm obsessed with them. I've just been obsessed with animal print lately, especially zebra and cow print. This is why my pants were my favorite. Then we have my rectangular glasses. I found them in the thrift store in London and I love them. I'm obsessed. They're so cool. Then we have my Glossier hoodie. I'm obsessed with that hoodie. It's so soft and so cute. I love the color and I'm just so glad I bought that. And then the last item was my leather trench coat that I found in the thrift store for £25, you guys. It was a steal and I really like it. Next category we have food. First item I have on my list is Greg's vegan sausage roll. I think I had a vegan sausage roll from Greg's almost every week when I was in Lancaster because they're so good. They're so good. I'm obsessed. I also had a lot of pesto pasta, especially lately. I've been making so much pesto pasta and eating that for dinner because it's so easy to make and it's so good. I also had a lot of avocado toast in 2020, especially in Australia. I had it at least like 3 times a week. Then we have YouTubers. So in 2020, I've been watching a few YouTubers. The first one is Moya Mahini. Her content is so good. The editing is so nice and she's so pretty and she just seems like such a great person. I would love to be friends with her. And her content always makes you smile and I really enjoy watching her videos. Then I've been watching Kel Lauren. She's a graphic designer and she does videos about graphic design. She does those videos where she redesigns brands. One that I watched was Girl Scout cookies. I really love watching her videos where she redesigns brands because I learn a lot about Illustrator and Photoshop when I watch her videos. But also the stuff she does is just so cool. Like, I want to be able to do that. So yeah, I really enjoy watching her. I also discovered Nora's Below Average Life. She's Norwegian, but she makes videos in English and she's a uni student and she's just really funny and her editing makes the videos really funny and I really enjoy watching her videos. They're just really entertaining. Then we have Never Too Small. They do videos of small apartments and all the apartments are so aesthetically pleasing. I really like interior design and this channel is everything. It's just chef's kiss. Then we have Lolita Olympia. She's Australian and she makes ceramics. Her videos give me main character vibes and I really like watching them. She lives in Queensland, which is where I was, and she's just living the best life and makes me a bit jealous sometimes when I watch her videos because I kind of miss Australia. But her videos are so wholesome and cute and I really like watching them. And her editing is also really good. Then we have Amali Star. Recently only started watching her videos and I haven't watched all of them, but she's from Denmark and she's just really fucking pretty and I really like her fashion style. So yeah, that's why I watch her videos. The final category is travel. I was fortunate enough to travel a little bit in Australia in 2020, and so I'm just gonna tell you my favorite places in Australia because why not? First place I put down is the Whitsunday Islands. That place is so beautiful. Holy shit, like the beach is so nice, the water is so nice. It's just a dream. Like that place is a dream and it's literally one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. So if you have a chance to go to Australia, definitely hit that place up. And then we have Port Douglas. I went with my friend in June. We stayed near the 4 Mile Beach and that beach is so nice as well. I really enjoyed that. That was a really cool place as well. Then we have Cape Hillsborough. That place is great for sunrise because you can see the sunrise over the sea and wallabies come onto the beach in the morning, like for sunrise. So you have the sunrise, which is pretty, but you also have wallabies on the beach. So it's even cooler. I have amazing pictures from that. And the sunrise wasn't even that pretty. So imagine if the sunrise had been beautiful, how amazing that would have been. But it was already amazing. It's just a really cool experience and a really fun place to visit. Then of course, I went to Sydney. That was a place that I've wanted to go to for literally my whole life. And I can't believe I got to do that. Like sometimes I watch my old videos where I'm in Sydney or I look at my photos and I'm like, holy shit, I was there. It just doesn't feel real. It was incredible. That's all I have to say. And then the final place was Gold Coast. That's where I was my second trimester. And that city is so cool. Like there's nothing like it. There's the beach and then the city, and it's just insane. The weather is really nice there, even in winter. In the summer it's really hot, but in the winter it's actually pretty nice. It's not that cold. I'd say it's like autumn in Europe. Kind of miss it sometimes. For food, I forgot to mention Lord of the Fries. Oh my god, how did I forget that? Something I had a lot when I was in Australia was Lord of the Fries. It's a vegan fast food chain. Everything they have is vegan and everything is so good. I haven't tried everything, but the mac and cheese balls, chicken nuggets, and the fries, oof, so good. I really miss that. But yeah, that was it for my 2020 favorites. I really enjoyed filming this and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to see more videos by me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat. We can drive around to the sky and see me.